All right, let's come back now to the city of Johannesburg. The budget, that is, ActionSA, saying it will not vote for what it says is a budget that ignores the growing public frustration and urgent need for pro-poor reforms. At the heart of the party's unhappiness is the 200 Rand prepaid electricity surcharge, which remains for another financial year. Let's discuss this and other issues that ActionSA is not happy about. Its Chief Whip on Finance is Steven Nkonyeni, who is with me in studio tonight. Mr. Nkonyeni, thank you very much for your time and indeed your patience. Let's go straight to the 200 Rand surcharge. The mayor coming into office, he promised to prioritize this. Do you feel that he is doing that, or is he just kicking the can down the road?
Good evening, Xoli, and good evening to the viewers as well. No, I mean, absolutely, it's kicking the can down the road. Promises have been made, promises have been, negated. We see a complete turnaround in terms of what had initially been, negotiated and promised. So, yeah, it's kicking the can down the road, to be honest.
You also are raising concerns around another matter that residents of Johannesburg would have thought was long resolved. Insourcing, particularly the insourcing of cleaners and security personnel. Why is that an issue again?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the cleaners the security guards more particularly, they actually lack the capacity. They still need further training so that they can be able to, respond in the line of work or in the line of duty where they find themselves. But also the other issue is the fact that they don't have tools of trade. I mean, they don't even have walkie-talkies for that, for that matter. So these are some of the issues that we are actually faced with. That how then do we, fight crime, or how then do we ensure that there is safety and in terms of guarding the city infrastructure and city premises and so on and so forth, when you don't have the necessary tools of trade, as well as the training actually to accompany that.
This is a city under pressure, and it's under pressure because it is the main host of the G20 Leaders Summit. This is where the likes of President Donald Trump of the United States, if it does come, is probably going to be residing. And so the officials are probably going to be hard-pressed to prioritize exactly what you are saying, the poor, because for them, perhaps, this is going to be about the optics. It's going to be about facelift. Infrastructure is going to be a priority, as they are saying, water, including the roads. Do you think that you are going to be listened to, or are they pushing you to essentially not vote in favor of this budget?
No, so I think part of the reason why we took the legislative arms or the legislative positions was so that we can actually exercise our oversight duty. Oversight duties actually over the executive, So we can only, do our best in terms of highlighting the issues that we need to highlight, and then exercise, our legislative duties as ActionSA, because we do have our chairpersons, and obviously through the office of the speaker, because the speaker is ours as well. So I think that this is, it's a give and take. We need to, we need to negotiate. We need to meet each other halfway. But the important thing is that we serve the residents at the end of the day.
Yeah. As we conclude the conversation, some people are going to be confused, particularly as it regards the ANC ActionSA relationship.
Yeah.
Because at national level, you seem to be cooperating well, and that pertains to the national budget.
Yeah.
In the city of Tshwane, the ANC again is cooperating with ActionSA, and that's why an ActionSA mayor rules the day there.
Yeah.
What is the problem in Johannesburg?
I think that the dynamics are very different, Xoli, because number one, we don't necessarily have the mayorship in City of Johannesburg, and we aren't in the executive either, you know. So a lot of the decision making and in terms of the budget and so on and so forth, we are just occupying the oversight and legislative arm, you know. So you know, like I'm saying, that the dynamics are very, very different. We were always willing to cooperate with, you know, with the ANC in, you know, in this arrangement of ours, and hence we said, let us come on board and let us assist you to drive the city in you know, the correct direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Quickly on this one, the province is also trying to play its role here, and I guess it's part and parcel of that pressure leading to November. They are busy with what they are calling a restoration project, almost the rejuvenation of the province wide, but I suspect Johannesburg is still going to be key. Do you believe that perhaps is going to be the key to turning things around? I mean, if you look at the inner city, the president visiting it surreptitiously overnight without anyone looking, escorted by the Metro Police, and he complained bitterly that the city was just absolutely filthy. Is that going to change anytime soon?
Look, it took that, you know, that visit for them to now, you know, start establishing a presidential working group, which is now supposed to assist the city. And what we are saying as ActionSA is that, but why were you not doing this all along? Why were you not providing the service delivery? Why didn't we see law enforcement all along? So we know the politics behind it, that G20 is coming. The president was not happy, you know, gave them a mouthful. And I suppose, you know, if that's going to propel them in the right direction or assist in doing that, then, you know, maybe that's what they needed in terms of a wake-up call. But we have always been clear on this.
Steven Nkonyeni, thank you very much for your time, not mincing his words tonight. They're really not going to give the ANC a blank check. Thank you very much for your time.